All right, here we go. This is Power Hour. Wall Street sizing up. You've doing some last minute checks right here. If you see a stock, let us know. Let me get the stream settings for my guys. Put it right here on the channel. All right, and we're off, guys. Let me get this moving out of the way. All right, if you don't know what Power Hour is, here it is. It is essentially a lot of things happen in the last hour of the day, right? And last trading hour of the day. And so it can get wild. It can be boring. Basically, we're chasing rockets. We're not worried. We're not risking a lot, but we're not worried. We're just looking for rockets at the end of the day to make a little pizza or beer money or both. Sometimes you make 50 bucks. Sometimes you lose 10, 15. I'm going to trade very little. I'm going to buy like a stock or two of each of what we think might be a rocket or might be making the turn in the rocket. I use Robinhood because it's easier to spot stocks that are turning into a rocket for now. It's the best one that I've found just because in the stocks to watch tab, you'll see. So with that being said, you can watch, you can listen. I'm going to try to walk through it as we go. So we are off. It is 2 o'clock and we need to get moving. And make sure that, all right, you see my Robinhood on the screen. As I browse down here, I'm looking for rockets. There's a lot of grinders here. You can see the grinders. Let me make sure I'm coming through here. Yeah. You can see the grinders as we go down through here, guys. And as I continue to look, now, I don't go and see here, IPA. Now, it looks like it could be a rocket. So what I would give to the channel here is I'd say IPA, and give them the eyes, right? So let's keep a watch, right? So I might even buy like 0.2 of a share, right? Just to kind of watch to see what it does. Clearly, it's got some volume coming in. The thing about Robinhood, as I do and don't like, is that it will absolutely. There's a lot of slippage. So this is probably not the best solution, but for me, it's the best thing that I know where to spot rockets. As I browse down here again, it starts you back up at the top. So you want to browse as quickly as you can. Now, I've got about 300 stocks. They're on the stocks to watch because we've been doing this Power Hour now for, I don't even know, like 3 months. So really, I think I was the first to do it. At least that's what I believe. Now I know a lot of teams do it now. So you can see here, like if we look at, and now while we're doing this, I'll be an open insider too, and I'll be looking, has anybody sized up? Now here's one that's interesting, KRMD. So what we'll do is we'll go to KRMD really quick. I need to put this thing on. And see, they sized up yesterday, and see, as soon as it came in, boom, it's off. So we might have a little rocket here. So boom, I'm gonna buy a share and just see how high it can go. Now, what you want to do is you always want to continue to check the portfolio, right? You can see that I'm up so far. Again, I just transferred over yesterday. 25K, so I could do this with you guys. And so we are moving right now. I need to alert the channel of KRMD rocket, and I just put the rocket emoji, boom, and this is what you get in the channel, and then I go back to work, right? This gets pretty intense sometimes, especially if there's a lot of people on the channel that have some time. And that are willing to risk a little bit here, right? It can be profitable, but you can and will lose money. Again, if you want to find us on Telegram, we're at stocktrade.tips, or you can look down below this video, and you'll see the code or the link to get into the Telegram channel. So looking here, I'm seeing a lot of grind. So this is what I call a grinder. You see how it started off kind of lackluster here, just grinding its way up, right? That's what we consider grinders. Grinders can be good though, especially in the last hour. Some of those grinders really do turn into rockets. Even some of the stocks that are in the red, you'll see them absolutely do a full reversal, and you'll see them go into rocket mode. Now the thing about that is they've got it so for it to be a true rocket. What we've learned is it's got to get past the break even on the day, and then it's got to get past the intraday high, and at that point it will start to run. How far it runs depends on a lot of things. A lot of these things are false breakouts, and that's what you have to watch for. So here's one here. Here is AYLA. The problem with it is the volume, right? So you know, I might put like, I don't know, 0.5 just to play with it. I don't think it's going to go very high because one, there's just not enough volume to really push it, right? Now look, I'm not even getting down here, so I've got to move a lot faster to get down here to see if I can spot some rockets. I do see some grinders. I also see some grinders that are now turning over. That means they're being sold off because traders have had a fairly good day today. Although, if you look at the markets really quick, like here's FinVisit, it runs, you know, it's mainly mixed, but it's mainly red. You've got about 6% red. And then you've got the markets basically just moving sideways. The Dow's down. Most of the stocks we are looking at in Power Hour are typically mid to small caps, right? And so those would be more on the NASDAQ, right? So that's kind of what we're looking for. Are those stocks? There are some Dow stocks that we have on here, but those are typically your older, less tech, not that they don't have volume. It's just that the retail traders, the Wall Street Bets of the world, the Reddits of the world aren't really pushing a lot of those stocks up, right? Again, there are some. So I'm still scrolling through here. Now here's one, Wish, right? Not a big fan. Now this is interesting. So Wish has got to make this intraday high. It's got to beat this 701, and right now it's at 703. So if it could break out right here, so I might put a share on that just to watch it. It's going to be very interesting. Of Wish has had a very bad. Really, the past 5 trading sessions have been horrible. Probably more than that. Actually, I think for the year it's down 58%, probably more. Now, so looking through here, yesterday we had 3 really good rockets. I still lost some money yesterday, but at least it was fun to play. One, because they used to get high enough. The thing about this is too, right, with this payment for order flow, you're getting a lot of slippage on Robinhood. So this is not the best. Robinhood by far is not the best to day trade on, right? I only use it so to spot the rockets, right? So like I said, I've made up to 55, 60 bucks. Typically I do lose money. So here's I came to the very end of my stocks watch. Now I'm going to move back up a little bit more slowly because these things can take off at any moment. You can see, like, here's one right here. You can see it's kind of turning up right here. And that's what we look for. I'd like to see it go a little bit higher than that. But again, it's still got to defeat the intraday high, which it looked like was at the open, right? Then you got to go back here and watch. So I'm down 2.5%, just 9 cents. So I'm not really worried about that right now. Now that could get a whole lot worse. Like if you go back into KRMD, you can see it's turned down almost completely. That so it's gone 2% wrong way since I bought it. But again, there was some slippage there too. My strategy, even not outside of Power Hour, is if it goes below 5%, it's a cut for me. I don't care what it is. It could be a large cap, right? So let's begin to continue to look here. I thought I'd live stream this. This is the first live stream of the Power Hour. I hope you enjoy it. It's something that we, again, do every trading session, or at least we try to. I don't think we've missed one yet in like 3 or 4 months, or at least since we started. See, when I talk about rolling over, this is a stock right here. This is rolled over. This stock is not going. Very, very rarely will this be a rocket. This is what you don't want to see. If you see this, sell out, take profits, and come back tomorrow, or at the end of the trading session. Here's LBTX. Again, it's got some volume here. It's an interesting one. I might take a chance right here. If you hear the phone in the background, we own our own business here, guys, and so I've got a couple of jobs. Stocks and crypto are my I call it a side hustle, but it's really my passion. But we do have a women's apparel and hat company that does extremely well. In fact, we've got a ton of demand right now, and the supply chain struggle is very real, very real. In fact, all right, looking here. Now, sometimes I'll mix in a grinder. So like this one here looks like AGC. It's got good enough volume for me. I might take a flyer and get some, see if that will continue to grind up. And then I want to check and see kind of where I'm at with the stocks that I am playing with. Clearly, they are still down, but you do have to give them some time. Ones that turn down, but sometimes you got to scroll extremely fast to get back where you were to spot these rockets, and we will see one. We typically see at least once. You know, there was one day I think we saw like 5. So here's a turner right here. So it's got to make this intraday high. So 2,995. It's sitting right on it, and this is it right here. So it's got to clearly break this. So you might take a flyer here, but I bet it gets turned back. It's got enough volume. It's got 300K as average. I don't know what it's got today. I could go to my trading view and figure that out, but that takes too much time, right? So at this point, this looks really bad. I've lost 15 cents is all. So, all right, let's get back down here to where we were. Trying to find not just grinders, but we want to find that uptick, right? If I could, I wonder if I could make this bigger for y'all. There we go. Yeah, that'll probably help you guys out, and this might help me out too. It's the first time I've actually made this bigger. So let's see if we can find a rocket. There's a AHPI. It wants to go. You can tell. AHPI wants to go. It's already up 14%. It's been trading sideways, but it wants to go. But again, it's got to make not just 1082, but it's got to make $11, right? But you can tell it's wanting to move. So love to see that, and that's what we're looking for. We're looking for, like, if that had already made its intraday high, I'd be all over that, because that is probably going to be a nice little rocket, maybe a 2-3%er, sometimes a 10%er. It just depends. Like, if you've got a real rocket, you continue to add to it. But a lot of these are head fakes. So don't get me wrong. Again, there's some risk here. There's a lot of risk here. In fact, again, this is what newbies and plebes really do in the beginning at the opening bell. Is they'll see a stock in pre-market that's up 30-40%, and they'll get behind it. That's what we're doing here. That is the wrong way to trade, right? It is. You never want to chase. There's only a few occasions that you want to chase, and we can go into those later. But you really need to have the TA, and you got to have the tools to understand how to chase, right? Is how much further is this going to run? What are the technicals and the indicators both saying? Sorry, I'm keeping my head down here. I just want to keep it on the screen, so if I spot something that's making a turn, like even this SI, this is Silvergate, so this is really not a turn, although it could be. It's at some point. By the way, SI is a very, very good long-term stock. If you didn't know, this is definitely turned back the wrong way. I'll sell out of KRMD. Be done with that. We'll go back to the portfolio. It was down 3. It was going the wrong way. Wish is really going the wrong way too. Waiting on next to break out. I bet next one. Yeah. See, a lot of times this is what you'll see. It'll get to that intraday high and gets turned. It'll literally, that's the resistance it's got to beat, right? That's the initial resistance that it's got to beat. Really, the initial resistance is the break even from going from a red to a green stock, right? But if you want that rock, oh, it just turned. That's great. So it's got to beat 295. It's at 296 right here. Here we go. Will it break out? I'm gonna buy one just to watch it, just to keep it in the portfolio list, and I'll continue to add if it does break out. So, look, these aren't even strategies. It's just stuff that I've kind of learned, and it's not like best of class strats here, guys. This is just fun, and basically gambling on, gambling my own personal money on some stocks. Yeah, there's definitely risk, just to make some pizza and beer money. That's it. And that's really what we do this for, right? But to me, it's like this adrenaline rush, right? I really enjoy it. If this weren't live, I'd probably be sucking up a lot of grinders here. Root, by the way, today I told the guys on the channel, we got a lot of option flow, directionally bullish, and the dark pools, the volume shot up. So the correlations there. Root looks good. I think the popular was 820, and the 917 or 18. I'd have to look back. So, but those were the calls that were the most popular. I don't remember the strike prices. They really weren't too far apart. So let me continue to roll through here some. Come on, let's get a good rock and get excited about something here. Yeah, you can see, and I often, if I'm not seeing rockets, I want to look back at what the market's doing here. Again, FinViz is a little bit behind, but this is clearly about 30 minutes behind. But again, it's just going sideways, right? The Nasdaq is going sideways. In fact, it's gone down. But we do have the last candle is green. So let's go back. Let's hunt for some more rockets here. I want to show you a stock that's in the red. Now here's one here. So this one might turn, right? Clearly it's starting to grind up to get back to the green, but that's kind of the setup that you want, right? People see it grinding, and then all of a sudden it gets volume behind it. This is going to have plenty of volume, with the average volume on Robinhood, or as Robinhood said, is 3 million. So that's going to have plenty. So I'm going back in here. Wish has completely gone the opposite way, so I'll just sell it, move on, right? Go back to my portfolio. Am seeing some red, not really concerned about it just yet. I want those rockets. I'm going to go scroll quickly here because I haven't gone to the bottom in a few minutes. These things can turn quick. So I'm hoping you guys can see this on the screen. I'm sorry my humor is not, it's just real dry when I'm trying to walk walk you guys through this, and then walk myself through this as well. Hey James, I'd be looking for bullish patterns. Good call on the inverted cup earlier, bearish. Thanks James. All right, here's one. FRD, just not enough volume. It's not really in rocket form. All right, guys, I'm gonna go really quick because I need to get to the bottom of this. I'm probably missing some stocks. Again, there's 300 stocks here, guys, that I can roll through, and that's kind of the problem too, right? But the more people that play in the channel, they're calling out stocks too, right? And it lets me go to those stocks and go, boom, let me buy that, take a chance, right? Some of these are just a watch. Really should be relaying some of these to the channel. And I just need to get a better setup for that, for sure, right? I'm getting a lot. Okay, here's LFMD. This could be, all right, so this to me is a watcher, right? So I just roll over here, LFMD, watcher guys, boom, and then we're back up. But I need to get to the bottom. So, sorry I'm scrolling so fast, guys. It's probably tough on video to tell. Okay, LTCH has always, once a week it's got a breakout, but it doesn't break very, very far. Now it is defeated. It's right there. It's wanting to go here. So let me put a little tracker on it. So I've got it in my portfolio. So I just bought $2 of it, right? I've lost $7 a day. So, oh well, I probably lost the $7 because I've had some old options on here. So my CBE option call that has not worked out, and then my Ford option call, which has not worked out. But I'm not sure if you're looking for options on this channel here. I rarely talk about them. There are guys that have been trading for years that don't talk about them, but there's guys that know a hell of a lot more than I do about options. Now, what I do know is that I'll watch that option flow, and then I correlate that back again to the dark pool volume and what we're seeing there, and also the dark pool buys, and I'll correlate that, and then boom, literally the ones that we've done, I'd say we've done probably 8 to 10, and out of those, it's probably a 70%. If they're correlated, it's 70% that stock's going to be up almost the next day, right? If not for sure in the next 2 or 3 days. So still rocket hunting here. Even the stocks that are still in the red today, we still want to look at them because I've seen a couple of rockets occasionally come from those. It's very, very rare, but it does happen. Hadn't happened lately, I'll tell you that. If you're trading the small caps and you're trading the mid caps right now, it's just choppy. It's not really moving up. It's not really moving down. It's just trading in this range. So it's a tradable range. But you're seeing the Dow, the S&P, and the Nasdaq reach all new all-time highs. Well, the reason for that is because it's especially the S&P, right? What the S&P does, it's the 500 best stocks. If a stock starts to suck, it gets kicked out. So when you're buying, I think it's SPY, SPX, anything with the S&P, right now that's a really, really good trade. It's a very good trade, in fact. In fact, I told my financial advisor literally 3 months ago, 90 days, maybe before that. No. Yeah, it was before that. I said, so I bought some SPY and some VOO, in my 401k. So that's probably doing well. But I have a lot of ARK in there too. And I think the ARK is down for the year. It's probably down 5%. You heard about Michael Burry. He's betting against. So Kathy Wood, I wouldn't bet against her. In fact, Tesla's up like 7% since today. So congratulations to the Tesla bulls out there. If you own Tesla, stay strong, bro. Stay strong. Give me some rockets here, guys. Let me see a turn up here. We got next, but it's not really rocketing. It's kind of going sideways on me. AGC going sideways still. We're moving back up. We're seeing a lot of stocks going sideways now. Some grinders, like we talked about. Seeing some sell-offs for sure. Yeah, because this is exactly what the KDMN did. It got up, sold off. Investors say we need some money, put it in our pockets. So I'm down 1%. Now, when we find a rocket, come on guys, give me a rocket today. Sometimes you literally don't see rockets till like the last 15 minutes. It's crazy. In fact, it was a really strange situation yesterday because I forget the ticker symbol, but we found a rocket and it ended the day like 6% up, but it was a bar, like the last green bar was straight up 6%. So you never see that. Typically, what we're calling a rocket here, or a rocket stock will not end the day like that. It will have a pullback before the end of the trading day. If it's a grinder, it may end the day up or end the day grinding up. We see that a lot as well. Just looking through here. Oh, that's FRD. I'm getting faked out on that stock. Let's get one here. Come on, let's hit one. It's kind of like fishing. If you ever gone fishing with your granddad, that's what this is. You're just fishing, right? You're just casting out there, seeing what you can find. Hopefully you can get a nibble or a little bit of a turn up. Here's BDR. It's got the volume. Can it? It's got to break this intraday at 108. It's sitting at 107 here. So so that's a very cheap stock too. So I'll buy one of that. Take the risk. It looks like it wants to move sideways. I can't tell you how many of these that I've played to where you think it's a rocket and then you forget that it's got to move past the intraday high, and it typically gets turned. Oh, what were we seeing here? Danae, this is what we would call a rocket. Not a lot of volume, typical volume behind it, but we'll see how far that goes. So look at what I've got here. LFMD looks like it's turned around. LVTX certainly has turned around and gone even red, or going back and forth. So again, you have to manage this, right? And clearly there's a lot of slippage here, guys. Don't think that I don't know, right? I don't like Robinhood. I typically trade TD. I typically don't day trade though. Let's just say that this is about as close to day trading as I actually come. Sometimes I will. If I'm all on the go, I will use Robinhood. Danae just went the wrong way, playa. Damn. So we will re-rack and here we go again. Let's go fishing. So I don't even know what I'm gonna replay this and see as fast as I'm moving this mouse and browsing down. I want to see how that looks on the video to see if it really messes with your eyes. If it does, let me know. Yeah, we're just doing a little fishing. We're just throwing the bait out there, seeing what we can hook. We've got this one. It just doesn't have the volume. AYLA just does not have the volume, right? So it's just sitting there. It looks like a rocket, but it's just sitting there. And so a lot of times you'll see those. I try not to include a lot of stocks that don't have the average volume that you're going to need to push a rocket, right? I do try to add a lot of small floats though, and because those can be pushed very quickly, even if they don't have a lot of average volume, right? So that's what we like to see, guys. I usually don't wear a collar. I've got one on today. I've got a meeting right after power hour here or close to it. Let's look at the latest insider buys. Okay, LFMD is the one that we bought. There's KRMD. Oh, yeah, that's the one that we bought that turned back. So I'll actually put this on the channel right now. Bear with me. KRMD. Behind this mic, it's kind of tough. Gotta get a better setup here for power hour. Let me just put this on the channel. Boom. Put the eyes up there for the guys to watch it. James, you know what I'm talking about, bro. James, if you'll look at that KRMD and see what you think for a long-term trade, if you're still on here, that'd be great. All right, let's get back to fishing again. All right, we're at the bottom here. Let's start moving back up. Now look at all of these right here. Sell off, sell off, sell off. Moving sideways, sell off, sell off, sell off, sideways. Grinding. BEKE is still grinding. It's up 7. It broke $20. That's a good stock, actually. It's a Kathy Wood special as well. Hut selling off. FDMT, you're going the wrong way, player. You're down 6. Give me a rocket. How? Sell off. Sell off. Sell off. Sell off. You got CTXR selling off. Never. Didn't get a big last time. BDR, we're still looking for it to turn up. It is turned up, but it's not in rocket mode though. Even some of the stocks that were negative there are selling off even more. Hate to see that. Hate to see that. What are we doing here, guys? Yep, we got last 2 candles are way down. The NASDAQ is now down 54, and the Dow is down almost 250. This does not bode well for us finding rockets because we are seeing this. See, that's the thing. When I start browsing through here during power hour, I can tell you what the market's doing. It's crazy. It really, really is a little nuts. SGOC might be showing me some love, but it's already up 65%. It got up 90%, but it's showing some love in the last hour here. We got to go. Last half hour here. We'll see if it's got some more players that want to jump in there. I've lost $3, guys. Need to find that one rocket that gives me about $7 to $10. Give me a little pizza. Now I'm just down 94 cents. Some grinders here. Come on, give me. Where are you at? Where are you at? It's like, literally, it's like on the bass boat with Papa, or what I used to call mine, Big Daddy. I'm not kidding. That was his name. In fact, both of my granddads, I called him Big Daddy. Like, what the F is that? But thought it was cool back then. And there were some cool mofos. One of them had a bass boat. One of them, we caught an alligator gar. I don't know if you know what that is, but it's a big fish that's got this long snout with these big teeth. Well, I caught it and I yanked on it, and the thing flew into the boat. He had to get a bat, and he would beat the hell out of it with the bat in the boat. And those mofos are bad news. If you know what a gar is, yeah, an alligator gar. He beat the total snot of that thing because he had to. I mean, I think the thing was huge. He was probably three foot long. No, it wasn't that big. 2.5 foot long. my fish story. It's my scariest one. That and the he had this old truck, brand new bass boat, but this old truck. The parking brake gave way as I'm in the back of the pickup truck as he's pulling the boat up on the trailer, on the boat dock. Yeah, bro, I was scared. I was like 7 years old. He finally got to the truck with the cab. The water was up to the steering wheel and got it started and pulled it out with the boat. It's like a 57 like Chevy. It had some serious power. I didn't know what that really was at the time. Now I do. I think the 57 Chevy my dad wants, but the thing was fast. It was old orange rust color. But that son of a bitch could run. Boy, it is turning over bad here, guys. This is not a good day for small and mid-cap stocks. Not a good day to be hunting rockets. Freak. If you've got stocks right now, you might want to be getting out of the stocks. It could get worse. Now, per the individual stock, we're looking at another candle. Clearly, we're all red. Tesla is really the only one in Salesforce CRM. Let's see if we got any more coming in. No. So, hey, guys, on this openinsider.com, the key is if it's a bank stock, like a Trustco bank, like that's great and good. I can't give you I give you my reasons, but it might not be correct. But from what I've seen, if it's a bank stock, these bank stocks are bought a lot, right? Very seldom do you buy them and you see them pump though. That's the thing, right? And so I would stay away from those. And if you're looking for to get a leg up on the insiders like we do, oh, we got one here. Let's see if we got enough. Didn't have a lot of volume though. Give me one. We'll buy one here. Boom. I'm already up in this. Didn't get the slippage, which is good. Down 87 cents here. So one that I'm cutting that is just not. Let's turn the opposite way. Latch is going the wrong way, so it's got to sell off here. So again, you constantly got to monitor your portfolio at the top if you're, going to basically gamble like we're gambling here. But we're gambling on a red day. Again, a red day. If you're going to do this and you really want to make the money or the $50 or the $20 or the $10, whatever it is, clearly you want, if you're going to do it the way that I do it, I risk more on the green days. You can see I'm just buying one stock. If I lose $10, $15, that's okay, because it's kind of a rush. It's kind of like a slot machine. I was saying it was fishing. It's kind of like a slot machine. It really is. You're just looking for that, that pull after pull after pull. Find the one stock. AGC just looks like it's grinding, but it's kind of moving sideways. Doesn't have a lot of volume, a lot of sell-offs. Man, this is, people are so yield thirsty that they like to see it grind high, and then once it gets this last hour, they let it go and they take profits. They put profits in the pocket, and that's smart move. In choppy markets, that's what you want to do. In choppy markets, your stock's up, let's say it's 6%, 50%, you got to take the profit, especially now, especially if it's a small and a mid cap, which that's probably what it's going to be, especially if it's 50% up. But a 9% up, look here, here's works, right? You saw the little rocket here right before power hour is at 13%, sold, has got a little sell-off going now. Not a huge, that's not the best example, but I'll find you a good sell-off. But that's what you see, right? But here's a sell-off right here. That is the definition of a sell-off. So you got to like 6% at 12:30, lunchtime, and then just proceeded to completely drop, and people are taking profits. And once the big boys start taking profits, the retail investors have to follow, or you'll lose all your profits for that day. Unless you're in a swing trade, or unless it's a long-term stock, right? So a lot of stuff that I'm saying might not be making sense to you. Fidel, yeah, I'm stuck with OTKL. Yeah, that was a great meme stock for a while. It really was. Wonder if is it selling off today? Am I missing it? Is it? Yeah, it's not even on Robinhood. All right, so I'm seeing some big sell-offs. Let me see. I just hate the word sell-off. It just makes me want to puke, literally puke. You know, I'd rather see something grind down, because a sell-off can take people off guard. If you're trying to trade throughout the day, and you hadn't looked at your phone in half an hour, and you're using Webull or Robinhood or whatever else, and all of a sudden you see you were up 10, now you're up 4. It just makes you sick, and you just want to puke. So, and that's what makes a lot of people get out of stocks too. I mean, really get out of equities in general, and just say, look, I can't do both. It's very, very tough. I'm very lucky. Here's a big look at Nokia, big sell off. We were up just 1%. It's a bigger stock. It's a $33 billion stock. So it's really a mid. It's right on the cusp of a mid cap. Sell off. It might come back here. Ooh, did I miss one? I saw somebody turn up. Where'd you go? UPC. What do we got here? Let me see. I don't know if we're going to have enough power. Let's see what we've got here. If I finish power hour in the green, it will be a win. We're down $1.20. Let me look there and see where I'm losing. SGOC, it's turned down a little bit. It's up 63 though. It's just going to sell. It's going to sell off. Now, here's the key. So at this point, we're about 23 minutes from close. You start thinking about what stocks you might want to have the overnight risk with, and that's key too, right? The overnight risk is, and that's where we really have to look at the TA, and so that would take me some time of these stocks that are grinding up. I'd start looking at the stocks that are grinding up that aren't selling off. Then I'd be looking at the TA. I'd be looking at the indicators on the 4-hour, and then also on the 2-hour. Clearly the daily, and just see what I can tell there. And then I'd head over to like FinViz. I'd look at the news on that stock. And then, if there's some good news, you may want to keep it. But again, the overnight risk right now in these choppy markets with the small and mid caps, it's just sometimes, guys, it's not worth it. When you have red days, you start off red. I don't know what's happened to this market. I think the Fed minutes came out. The market dropped. The FOMO-C is what they call it. Minutes came out. The market dropped. It came back quickly, and now it's just selling off. That's what it's doing. Clearly, we see it here with the individual stocks. We're not seeing hardly any turn-ups. People are so hard up for putting money in their pocket. I don't blame them. That's kind of why I tell the channel. It's kind of why I tell the channel guys, look, it's great to swing trade, and that's smart, especially if you can't watch stocks all day. But literally, this is what happens on red days. So you had a mixed day that went to a bloody day. If that's what's still going on, we know it is because we see it. We do have one green candle going into the final half hour here. Actually, the final 15 minutes. Again, FinViz, I believe, is, and you guys correct me, I believe it's 30 minutes to an hour behind. So it's not the best the best heat map to look at, right? But clearly we already saw it here. Fidel's got some things sell for a couple of days, yeah. OTLK, okay, well that's why I couldn't find it. Do you look up stocks that people request? I do, but I don't do it during power hour. I'm money maker. I'm trying to rocket hunt here. Can't you tell? Putting a line. Oh my God, I've turned green. I have gone green. So looks like we might pull out a couple bucks here. If I can find a good little rocket here before close and then close out all the positions, I'd feel good about that. I bought myself a Coke. It's not so much, well, I might have bought a beer. We'll see. If I get to about $3, I'll buy myself a beer. A beer. Not a 6-pack. Not a 12er. Not a case, but we're talking about a beer. And certainly not a cocktail. And so certainly not one in New York City. Boy, there's some meds just fell off the earth. Look at this, guys. Boom. You never want to see it. Someone in meds is going, what the F just took place? Then they got to go look at the news. Then they got to go look at the macro markets. It's crazy, right? Moving through here. This is pretty rare, guys. I will say this, that we typically find some, like, again, one or two at least a day that are they just take off. Now, they may go up 3-4% and then, pull back, but we typically see at least some of those. And today, we really hadn't seen that. And that's what really, that's a macro market thing. Oh, look at this. ANIC, SCYX, are we up? You were up at 1.3% today. I know you've got a lot to make up. You're in a bad trade, but at least it's green today. And it's not selling off completely. That's good to see for you, brother. Yes, I do take questions and I'll do TA. I can't get around to everything, guys. Like I said, after this, I'll take a few. If you jump into the Telegram group, yes, I do some. I'll give you some screenshots of some TA. Tell you where the support, the resistance is, where it's probably going by the technicals and the indicators. But again, you got to look at the news. You've got to really do your research too. It's kind of like this in the dark pools. I'm often reminded, when you see $100 million buy, that's a good sign. But you got to know somebody's on the other side of that trade. Now, it may be the market maker on the other side of that trade, but typically they're matching up somebody else. Now, they're doing that in the private exchange. That's what a dark pool is, right? They're doing that because they don't want to affect the price, right? In a negative way for themselves. They want to get in at a lower price, which is kind of bullshit. Really, it needs to be, look, if somebody's buying $100 million of stock, it needs to be in the public. And so Gensler really needs to get on that. I know he's taking heat for it. I know Reddit traders are pissed off about it because Goldman Sachs, Merrill, JP, they all have these private exchanges or what are called dark pools. And you see, even after hours yesterday, I saw probably 50 trades above $20 million in stock a piece. That's crazy, right? And so that would clearly move markets, and so would the sells, right? And so that's kind of where the hedgies were going to look. Well, if I'm selling 50 million, it's going to severely impact the price down. Well, that's just the nature of the market. We're adults here. If a stock goes down 5% in 2 minutes, we can take it. We understand it. I've been in Bitcoin. I was talking about this today since 2014. I've seen Bitcoin go down now eight or nine times, down 50, multiple times, 2 or 3 times, down 90, right? In 2017, January of 2018, Bitcoin went down, was at 17, went all the way, backtracked all the way back to like $2,000 or something like that. It was extremely low. Diamond hands. I learned that back in 2017 and 2016. So, or was it 2015? Whatever it was. So, no, it was late 2016. All right, still fishing here, guys. Sorry. We are up $1.50. Now, just think if I was trading a little bit heavier, we might be up $10.50. We might be up, $1.60. So SGC looks like it may come back, and it's up 66 today, which I've already said twice now. Love the stream, guys. I'm using E-Trade. Is there a better platform you would recommend? I use TD, so that's what I use. A lot of people it's just what works for you, what you think is the best UI. The reason Robinhood is so good is because the UI is just crazy good, right? It's crazy easy, right? I use Robinhood on the go if I got nothing else. Again, it sucks. I know. Slippage is horrible. But when I'm chasing rockets, I really like it because I can just scroll here really fast. I don't know of another tool I can do this with and scroll this fast, right? If you know of one, or maybe I'm using Webull wrong, but TD, I know I can't do this, right? They've got like top gainers and losers and stuff, but nothing to where I can just scroll and have my own list here. Now, I can do it through TradingView, but I'm not hooked to a brokerage account through TradingView. I think that costs more, in fact. So that's kind of what I'm doing. I'm looking at, that's right, we have to do our, understood. Moneymaker, come back, brother. Go to the Telegram channel. I promise you will learn my rules of engagement, especially at the open. I don't trade. I do not trade unless I've got some stock I've got overnight risk, and it pops up, 10%. I will trade, and I will jump out of that trade, and I will take my profits. It works the opposite way too. If it goes down 10%, I'm jumping out. Because even if it does a full reversal, at let's say it's 935, it does a full reversal. It could have gone the wrong way. I will take my loss and move on. I'll lick my wounds, and I'll buy back in if I think it's a good stock, because I think my TA is good. I do. All right, let's see what we got. I'm losing some money here, boys and girls. All right, so LFMD's gone the wrong way. We're going to sell off, get it out of the way. What else am I? I've got 7 minutes here till we get out. I just went red. Son of a gun. Couldn't even stay green. BDR sold off on me bad. Look at that. Down. You mofo. Damn. That's what happens. Again, guys, red day. Typically on good green days, this would go the opposite way. I would be up $1, right? Today, not so much. Not so much. And that's just the way the ball bounces sometimes. UPC didn't really sell off. It just has a pullback. I can't take the risk. Overnight risk on that. I haven't done my research. Again, if you're going to have overnight risk, guys, if you're going to keep these stocks overnight, IPA did it just went the wrong way, playa. If you're going to have overnight risk, you need before the end of the day, about right now, you got 5 minutes. I'd be hitting the TA hard, right? I'd be hitting the Telegram hard. There's several channels, right, that I really like. There's some in crypto I really like, but you'll find those, the ones that you really like. Man, I really thought. Hang on. I really thought ACG was going to turn. And see, here, look at this one. This is NEXT right here, was its intraday high, got it, and then turned itself back. That happens, I'm not kidding you, 90% of the time. So if you want to find rockets, it's got to defeat this. It's got to defeat the 295 clearly. So if it had gone to 3, that thing would have busted out. It would have literally busted out. So and that's what we like to see. And so here guys, this is a very teachable moment, right? I'll lose money to teach you, right? By the way, Telegram's free. I do take some tips if I give you a good call. By the way, we did have a good call yesterday. We had EPIX. Let me see what it's ending the day at real quick here. It's up 19%, guys. Yeah, I called that yesterday. I also called what else did I call? KPZ. Either way, KPZ was green, but it wasn't up big. Epics, we did call. James, we called that one, bro. So, SB, I'm not going to keep this overnight, even though I do like Spruce long term. It just doesn't. In fact, Spruce, I know 0.72 was in this stock last year, and maybe the start of this year. All right, let me just look for one last time for a quick rocket here before it closes out on me. And guys, if I'm scrolling too fast, I apologize. I will look back at this live stream and see how it's affecting your eyes. God, look at this freaking sell-off, man. Again, you can't blame investors for taking their 3, 4, 5, 18%, whatever it is, and saying, we will live to trade tomorrow. You cannot go broke taking profits. That's something you learn in real estate. That's something you will learn in stocks, right? Overnight risk in choppy markets, guys, is a lot of risk right now. Unless you're trading mega caps or some ETFs, it is even those. What did ARK do today? Here's ARCAT. ARCAT we've seen pump many times in the power hour. Try to walk through here. We've seen Wish pump. We've seen SPC space pump. We've seen GOED. We've seen most or some of the meme stocks really pump. There's Ramp. There's Naked's pump. Express is pumped. Beco pumps a lot too. Got 3 minutes here. Oh, did I miss one? No. I kind of did. No volume though. So it would have turned back on me. So, well guys, I apologize for no rockets. Again, I'm going to try to do this every day because I already do it on the channel. So I might as well do it on YouTube. Because again, it's just like fishing. Plus, you guys can follow along on your phone on whatever platform you trade on, right? And if you spot something, let me know. Call it out on the channel. Christian, did I miss your? I'm using. Oh yeah. Man, look, man, it's just about what platform you're more comfortable with. There's a lot of good ones out there. I really do like Webull. I like the technicals there. I like the TA on there as well. I do like to do options on Robinhood. I don't know. I just like the UI, and it's just simple. Again, simple, and like you can do it on TD. But I've got long-term stocks on there. I've got a lot of stuff. So I really don't show that account. I think I've showed that account once, and that was by mistake because I've got very long-term stocks on there that I'm not trading. Squared, Google, those type stocks that I'm way up in for like the last two years. Well, guys, that's going to do it. I got 1 minute left here. Let me get out of this position here. It's a small one anyway. It kind of pulled back on me, but that's okay. So we are out, and I lost $1.30. So might lose a little more here with the slippage. Now it looks bad, but it's just $1.66. It should sell. So I don't lose my 25 cents, punks. All right, but that's the problem with Robinhood, guys, is that's the slippage, right? I lost 30 cents on that one stock, 30 cents, trying to sell it, not even trying to buy it. So market's going to go. Bloomberg just went to their radio and internet and TV coverage. That means the market is done, and it's not showing it here yet. Yeah, that's it. I should be out of the market now. So, although it's not showing that it's after hours just yet. Oh, y'all can see how bad I am at options. I know options fairly well. I still cannot win at them. All right. With that being said, guys, I appreciate you guys being here on the live stream. I appreciate the questions. I appreciate if you guys, again, look down at the link. You'll find the link into the Telegram group. It's real simple. It's real fun. I stream stuff all day long. I'll stream stuff like swaggy stocks. What stocks are is Reddit speaking about. This changes a lot during the day. I'll show you Open Insider, which we're gonna have a ton come in right now. See, so we were down. So SYBT came in, Hudson Technology came in, which you see them a lot. Now this is one that I would look at with the CEO. The two others are bank shares. Also going to Fintel here, and I look at everything that just came in from the hedges and the fund side, and if it's pumped or not. I do not put it on the channel, but if it hadn't pumped, I do. And sometimes you can decide for yourself, and sometimes I'll give eyes and an alert signal, and you know that I'm probably trading that on a swing. So we also look at certain stocks, and well, I can't pull this up yet, but we'll look at the flow. We'll look at dark pool volume here. It's not showing anything right this second, but if I pulled up Apple, you'll see the dark pool volume. We also do, if you don't know, we'll look at crypto, winners and losers today, and then Bitcoin's down a tab. It's under 45, not good. And what else? We also look at stock twits. If you don't know about them, you probably need to use them. Occasionally we'll talk about NFTs, but that's about it, guys. So with that being said, appreciate you guys. Watch your six. Go hard in the paint. We will see you next time. Thanks again.